Hello everyone. I want to do something. I want to try something. I want to try and do a different audio input. Hi, I'm Paula. If you don't know me, I'm Paula. But I think in order to do that, is it already coming in? Hold on. Are you already getting my audio in twice? But now it's doubled. So sorry, is it doubled? Now it's fine. So it was just being weird. Okay, so it was just being weird. I don't know why it was doubling up before. Yes, I will sort it being a little quiet. I'm trying, I want to switch to a different audio input, and I didn't have time before going live to figure it out, so I thought we'll just figure it out live on stream. I want to see if I can use whatever, you're being weird. I want to see if I can use the lav. So let's see. A Call of Cthulhu. Dantarless, that's pretty good. Hi, Ember Keelich. How are you? Hi, everyone. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Twitch. We're gonna get to the game, but first we gotta hang out for a minute. I wonder if the thing, Sorry, I thought this was gonna be simple. I thought I knew exactly what kind of input I needed to add to make my audio come in through my camera. But it's not.
Seek, it's a hype train.
It's not as simple as I thought it was going to be. So bear with me. Sick, it's a hype train. Thank you everyone on Twitch who has contributed to that hype train. I'm not seeing the things, but thank you so much, Timalesk. Resubscribed. Thank you so much. Other things must have happened. To kick off the hype train, but I'm not seeing them as alerts, so... This is a stream. What makes you think it would be simple? I mean, fair question, frankly. An incredibly fair question. All right, hold on, everyone. Hold on. Just want to make things so that I can see what's happening. Okay. What I want to do, maybe I need to go into my actual camera input. Audio output mode. Why is it? This is actually genuinely very annoying. This should, I'm sorry everyone. I really thought this was gonna be like, oh, I just need to hit this setting and it's gonna work. But I think I might need to figure this out outside of the live stream. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. With the sound of bits. Thanks for the bits. Thank you for the bits. That's incredibly kind. The audio probably sounds weird because it's a little bit reverby and quiet and far away from me. But it's coming in. It's coming in the normal mic. Yes, acorn squash, it sounds like that because that's exactly correct. That is exactly correct. That is the situation. Um, and I'm farther away, so you're getting more of the sound bouncing back. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna try the lav today. And I'm really actually very annoyed. What if I try this? No. Normally, so it's just kind of weird because normally there is literally an audio input for my actual camera that I like mute. And I was like, oh, I'll just unmute that because my audio is coming in through the camera, but that's not showing. So I must be misremembering. And it's not letting me input it as an actual, like I can't find the camera input. Well, wait, hold on. Actually, stand by. Hold on. Wait, just wait a minute. Hold on. Let me try one thing and then we'll just give up on it. I'm gonna try one thing and then we'll give up. Thank you for the stickers. I'm sorry, I know I'm so distracted. We should just be playing the game. But I wanted to make this work. I really wanted to make this work. What input is this in? Hold on. I think it's in check. Check. Echoes back. Okay. What about now? How about now? And does it sound different? Does it sound like I'm coming in from this microphone? Does it sound like I'm coming in from this microphone? It sounds worse. It's MTS is saying I sound further away. Is it worse or better? It's fine. It sounds different. Check. I can't tell what I'm actually coming in on. Check. No, that's that. What is this set to? This is so boring. This is not interesting. This is not. I don't even know. What is this? What is this? Yeah, this is not interesting. MTS, I'm so fascinated by this stream. But it being this distance from me should be fine. It's a lav mic. This should actually be fine. All right. Well, honestly, I'm about to give up because I don't want to be thinking about this anymore. I just want to be playing the game. So I have regrets. I regret even, like, obviously pointing the lav mic towards you is better, but like usually it's like okay even if it's down like this. I regret doing this at all. Check. Does it, this should be significantly better than the other microphone. If you're telling me it's not significantly better, is it enough? Is it good enough for me to use while we're streaming? Yes, yes, Tantorus, yes, they will sound different. Okay.
I'm going to try this. It's just like, then I'm going to hear myself in I know, Kesha, I was like, I could just like listen back to myself, but also if it's good enough, then we're going to do it. On YouTube, the audio is off sync. That's a stream situation. That's a different that's a different issue. Completely. That I would have to stop the stream and restart again, probably to try to fix, which is not the end of the world. Thank you for subscribing over on the Twitch, Vorpal. Everyone who wants to subscribe over on the Twitch, I could use your subscription today. We're trying to hit a goal. If we could hit it today, that would be great. How, anyone else on YouTube, how delayed, how off is it? It probably will be the end of the world, honestly. Timalesk is saying their YouTube audio is okay. You never know. Technology is a wild and unpredictable thing. I'm going to do something. It's going to be wild for everyone else. Okay, but you're saying I'm very quiet. Okay. How about I do? This is going to mess me up for later. Next time I stream, I'm going to have to make so many changes. Because I'm just messing with my normal audio setup, and I'm going to be like, why is it not working? And I'm going to get annoyed with chat for telling me it's not working, even though it's my fault. It's off by 5 seconds. My audio and my video? Or is it just the difference between Twitch and YouTube? Because that is very different. I am at my new desk. Yes, I am, everyone. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to up my input volume. So that should help. That should help. And if I start to clip, let me know. What is... Funkula, I'm sorry, Nightbot is... Sorry, Nightbot is being a real tyrant in the YouTube chat. So sorry about that. Past Paula is going to make future Paula angry with you. And that's my issue. Like, that's my baggage. And I'm sorry that you all have to deal with it. Okay. This should be louder and hopefully better. And we're going to try it. We're just going to go with it now. We're going to go with it. And it's going to be really good and fine. And I'm later going to watch this back and see how I feel about it. And it'll be a test. It'll be a test that's going to live on YouTube forever in a sponsored kind of way. So thank you so much for being here. Yeah, that's great. That's so great. Live. Yeah, MTS, I think you're right. My partner was saying, like, I do seem to have a bit of a delay just through OBS of my audio and my video, and that's a setting. There's something I need to look up and like adjust a setting, I think, and I just keep forgetting to do it. But that is something that I need to do. I need to do that. Chat should be in a window. Why is it not showing up? Hold on. Why? Yeah, you should be able to see chat. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, that was so weird. It wasn't there before, right? How's that? It's a little, is that how it usually looks? Why did that change? Why is that weird? Guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Everything's wild. Ooh, Dark Satanica says this was her, there. Sorry, you might have heard the alert back through my own microphone, but otherwise I do have the alerts actually muted on stream, so you shouldn't hear it other than maybe hearing the audio through my mic because I'm monitoring it. It's so tiny. I know, it's being like, why is it here? Let's do this. Oh, I forgot to set up my document camera, everyone. That means no close-ups on cards. I'm not going to do it now. Sorry, we don't have the close-ups on cards today. Wow. This is my first stream in the new space of a physical board game. So that explains it all. This was Dark Satanica's first final girl because they couldn't get Camp Happy Trails. All right. I'm exhausted. Should we just quit now? Should we just stop? Should we not even play? How's everyone? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here on YouTube. Thank you for being here on Twitch. If you are watching this live on YouTube, just know we are in the middle of a little bit of a subscriber push over on my Twitch. So I might be talking about that more in this video than I typically would in one of these streams that goes also out to YouTube. Yes, Rolo, it's not my first stream from the new space, but it's my first stream of a physical board game with this setup in the new space, which is pretty exciting. We're starting to figure out how it's all going to come together. It is Fall Apart Friday. That is so true. Should Nightbot have played something by now? I don't know if Nightbot, I mean, my timers should be on. I don't know if they would have happened by now or not, honestly, Zimherger. But I can hit a button, or I can type it in. Someone type in !sub into the Twitch chat. That'll make the subscriber push goal situation show up. Thank you, Herbider. If you are on Twitch and you are not subscribed and you want to subscribe to me this month, do not gift the sub, do not use your Prime, do an actual sub. That goes towards some points I'm trying to build up. This is my third month in a row I need to qualify. We qualified for May and June. We just need to qualify before the end of the month to get 100 points. We're at like 70 something points right now. And each sub is worth a point. A tier 3 sub is worth 6 points. And just means I get a better payout from Twitch for a whole year. So that's what we're working toward. Gift subs don't count and Prime subs don't count. That's why if you would normally gift a sub on Twitch, right now I'm asking, instead of gifting subs, just spend that extra money on a higher tier sub. That's what would help me the most right now if you're looking to support me. And that's it. And I'm going to not talk about it anymore because I want to not alienate YouTube. And I also want to play Carnage at the Carnival. Should we note that it took me 23 minutes to get here? Let me just jot that down. Hey, YouTubers, those of you who watch these after the fact, not live, but you catch them later, do you use the channel, do you watch these opening bits, or do you use the channel markers to jump into the actual start? I'm really curious, actually. And if you're watching this now, not live, let me know in the comments. I want to know, do you guys actually sit through the crazy opening? Let's say 24 minutes in, just sending myself a note. I also have a new YouTube video up today, so check it out. Check it out. Crook actually uses the channel markers. I really enjoy the chapter links in a lot of videos, so you sat through the entire thing, Beans. I have a lot of respect for you. It was amazing. Y'all are so nice to watch from the beginning. Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I feel like some people like they're there to see like the game and they just want to like get to it. Do you know? No, that does not mean disrespect for you, Crook. I use chapter markers all the time. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Here's what we're doing. We're playing the Gepetto at the Carnival of Blood. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Autocorrect did not like Gallifrey. You're not kidding, Crook. I know you're not kidding. Let me pull out my extra health markers. And then, question for all of you. I have some of the miniatures from season 1. I have alt minis and the original minis. I was thinking of using the Gepetto and the Puppet minis instead of the tokens, but I feel like that might actually be harder to see. So do y'all want to sound off in chat while I pick final health tokens about what your preference would be? It would probably help if I pulled the minis out so you could see what they look like. How about that? Let's get close. Let's get close. Ah, Dave says, I watched the full deal except for repeat viewings. That's the Poltergeist. Whoa, these alt minis come in like individual. That's Hans. I don't use the minis that much because since we're like looking top down, I feel like it can be hard to. That's Inkanyamba, I think. No, oh no, that's Dr. Fright. This is such a cool mini, y'all. Hold on, this alt Dr. Fright mini from season 1. I should paint these. Look at this. I don't know how well you can see the detail on it. That's neat. Come on, Gepetto. I know you're in here. True curious, Gepetto. Curious. I think this is him. Ah, yes. Have a paint stream with Nick. That would be really fun. Honestly, that would be really fun. Yeah, Marzipan Beetle says, I can sometimes not tell apart the minis in real life, let alone on through the screen. This is Gepetto. They are very small. These alt minis are so cool, though. Ooh, he's got a little, like, puppet. Where's my thing? Can I get this to zoom? More. I don't know how well you can see that. What do we think that was? Probably there. That's what we'll say. This is a solo game, Desert Penguin. You can technically play any solo game cooperatively, honestly. But this is made to be a solo game. So this is Gepetto. He'll be wherever our setup is. I would still, though, be using the pink meeple because I don't have my mini here. So I would still be using the pink meeple for me. And then we can either use the tokens for the puppets or I like that I marked down that I was starting the actual gameplay part of the stream, and I have not actually done that. I'm gonna have to mark down again. These tiny baby boys. Look at the tiny, tiny little puppets. Here's the non-alt Gepetto. Honestly, they're both pretty cool. I kind of like. It's just from the top down, you know, it's kind of tricky. So would you prefer a meeple? But I think the red and the pink can be really hard to tell apart, actually. So let's use a Gepetto mini, the pink meeple for the final girl, and then we could use either the little puppet minis, which again, just look like gray dots to you, or the actual tokens. I think the minis actually on this board might stand out a little better than the tokens. What do you all, is that okay with everyone? I think the puppets did used to be real people, yes. He takes the people who visit the carnival and he turns them into his puppets. Ha ha. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know why I'm clapping, like I'm going to mark this later. 30 minutes in, I just spent 6 more minutes. 30 minutes in, we're actually getting into the game. Here we are. I'm a real boy. Welcome to the Carnival of Blood, where we will face off against Gepetto in this Carnage at the Carnival feature film from season 1. We're going back to another classic Final Girl feature film. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I didn't pick my final health token for me and Gepetto, so we're going to do this one for me and this one for Gepetto. And these are just going to go away. Let's put them over here. Now, normally for these streams, I have a little camera that lets me show you a close-up on cards. I forgot to set it up today, and we're already live, so I'm not going to go get it. I also have a new microphone we're testing out, so if the audio is different from what you've normally heard in these videos, that's why it's just a little test. We're going to see how it goes, because let's live life on the edge. Now, I am playing today. You actually can't quite see my whole... I wonder if I should zoom out a little more. Zoom? There we go. There we go. Now you can see off the edge of my desk more than I would like, but I'm playing Asami today. She has 5 health. I only need to save 4 victims to unlock her ultimate. Her ultimate ability is whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra card and choose one. So she's a big item person. However, drawing items in this setting is risky because there are traps in the item decks that might mess you up. Oh, you are immune to item trap cards. That's part of her. If I just had read to the end of the description, I would have seen that's part of her ability.
Mollusk just redeemed IRL word ban.
So some shenanigans are happening over on the Twitch portion of this, and I have now been banned from saying the word puppet, and I will honor that ban for the setting explanation. So we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. So, oh, Bloodlust should go here, and horror starts at 4. Grab a meeple to mark the horror. Oh yes, there are special minion rules that I did not brush up on. So we're going to find out what I just remember off the top of my head and what I need to look up in the middle of the game. Let's see. We have traps that might come up. We have minions, which are little animated people with strings on them, who will come out. Sorry, there's weird sounds happening in the garage. Okay. Kind of weird sounds happening. Little stringed minion people who can only end their turns 2 spaces or fewer away from Gepetto. And so if they end their turn more than 2 spaces away, their next turn they will target Gepetto to try and get closer to him because they do have strings to hold them down. I have not done the setup yet, so there are no victims currently on the board. So why don't we do the setup and find out where I start, where Gepetto starts. And right now, the stringed minions, who are controlled by a master of stringed items, start on this card and they will spawn out onto the board based on killer actions and terror cards. So let's see what our setup is. Ooh, marionette and doll, those also are words that could work in place of the word I've been banned from saying. And that's why you should watch this live, folks, because you can force me to do things. This is late for the show, is the setup. Gepetto is in the big top. I am here at the exit. Our other exit on the board is up here. And then there's one in the clown car. You can exit through the clown car, which is very funny. So we have an exit here, and an exit here. If you're new to this game, if we can get victims to go into these exit spaces, they run away, they are rescued, and we get little buffs. We get little bonus things. A master of stringed cheese. I do like string cheese. Okay. That beep was not your PlayStation turning on. That was my mug warmer. Okay. Great. And now we need to put some victims around. How do we think Gepetto sounds? He probably sounds like this. I'm Gepetto, and I am a master of marionettes, and I almost did say the banned word. Okay. There's one person in the clown car, one person over here. We got 2 people in the Forest of Horrors. Not to be confused with the Forest of Horrors. That's a very different experience. I would be like, oh no, this was board games. This should be family friendly. But come on, y'all. It's Final Girl. I don't know how family friendly this game actually is. 3 people go there. 2 people in the animal cages. 2 people at, it looks like a Ferris wheel. It's not labeled, but it looks like a Ferris wheel. I think that's it. 2, 2, 3. Oh, 1 in Things to Astonish. Otherwise known as Ripley's Believe It or Not. 1, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. That's our setup. And that's the setup. Oh. I don't like that I just made that reference. Wow, some things are just ingrained in your brain, aren't they? Cockney is still most Americans' go-to villain accent. Look. Just, I didn't choose it because he was a villain. It just felt like the most, but you know what? Honestly, he's got a top hat. He's kind of a fancy boy. He probably he's the kind of villain that would probably sound more RP. Hello, I am Gepetto. Oh no, he would do that kind of voice that I can't quite do it, where they talk through their teeth, like that actor in The Thick of It. Who's always like, oh yes, they talk through their teeth, and that shows that they are quite upper class. You know, they're probably part of the landed gentry. He probably talks like this, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, the rich people, am I right? I can search at the Forest of Horrors, where I have a knife bandolier. Looks pretty good. Ooh, when using the knife bandolier, you may divide the damage you do between any enemies within range. That's cool. Yes, Gepetto is a Cambridge man. The male version of Dolores Umbridge. We have super lucky dice. Lord Gepetto of the Berkshire Gepettos. Is there a Berkshire in England? I don't know. Certainly not of the Yorkshire Gepettos. There must be construction work happening in the garage right now that I didn't know was going to be happening. Can you all hear that? There is a Berkshire. Super lucky dice. Use this to re-roll any or all of the dice. And then you have to roll to see if you lose the card. Mysterious pills. Discard this during the action phase and choose one of the following. Lower the horror or heal 2 damage. Oh no, Chronicles of Rage says, when I started playing Final Girl, Gepetto was my nemesis. I could not defeat this guy for the life of me. Hi, Diane. Hi, Birds on Board. I taught 2 of my buddies Final Girl last night. They ran Happy Trails Horror and expected Hans to stand still the whole game. Then the finale happened. We pulled Death Blow. I do know how to pronounce many British words, Rolo. That is a side effect of having a best friend for years. There are a number of words, and watching a lot of British TV shows. I won't get everything right, but there are a number of things that I know. All right. Okay. Event. We need an event. Run. I'll hold them off. I close my eyes with every accent I do. I have to focus so hard to do an accent that I cannot do it with my eyes open. I do. I go, oh, let's see. This is, I cannot possibly sound like this with my eyes open. It is not possible. As soon as I open my eyes, like, it stops. Okay, we're going to bring out a special victim from our special victims unit. The blue one. The victim closest to you is your fiance. Okay, let's bring in some romance. If an enemy would move into your space while the fiance is there, instead kill the fiance and the killer stays where they are. If your fiance is killed by a trap, increase the horror by 5. Babe, don't sacrifice yourself for me. Just don't do it. The victim closest to me is my fiance. Well, I would say it's the things to astonish, but we're not actually connected. So it's either going to be, oh, it's one up here. This is 1 space away, and that's 2. So it's one of these. So we'll swap that one out. My love, what's the name of my fiance, everyone? That's what I would like to know. Put in chat the name of my fiance. Is he also British? Are we just somehow... I feel like we're in America with this quite posh marionette master gentleman murdering all of us. Timothy. Yes, that's Timothy. All right. I want to double check something about minions. And then it's Jimothy. It's Jimothy. I have to save him. Can I save him? If the fiance leaves play, I think we just try and save Jimothy immediately. I think that's the answer. We do not let him stick around. We go, run, Jimothy. Run. I'll handle this. Minions. Is that a real song? I keep singing literally that little bit of music, and I genuinely don't know if I've made it up or not. Hi, Ancy. How's Sweden today? I don't know the voice of Hitcher from the Mighty Boosh. I'll have to look it up, Dave. Jimothy must leave to live. I'm going to go up to Jimothy. I'm going to do a Harry and the Hendersons on him. Go! Leave me! I don't even love you anymore! Just to get him to run away. Y'all, I think I might get a migraine today. My brain is doing a thing where I'm like, we might be getting a migraine today. I don't think during the stream, but it might happen later. Okay. Attacking a minion. If the killer is in the space as one of more minions, you have to decide, are you attacking the killer or the minions? You cannot attack both. If you're attacking any minions in the space, you're attacking all of them. Damage can be divided among the minions, but not among the killer and the minions. Victims will follow you into a space that contains minions, unless the space also has the killer. Victims in a space with a minion will panic just as if they were in the space with the killer. Okay, I knew all those things, but I have now refreshed myself. Will the playthrough at Gen Con be streamed? You know what? I don't know, Ancy. I think no. It's not on the, it's not happening on the streaming stage. It's happening, as far as I know, actually, I could be lying to you out of my teeth, but I'm pretty sure it's happening in the Van Ryder Games room that they have. So I don't think it's being streamed. Maybe I'll ask them if they'll let me record it, because if they'll let me film it, I could put it up on like my Patreon or something. We'll see, but I don't think it's going to be streamed. I have no say over it, really. Okay, wow, we're gonna start, now that we've done all of that, should we play? Great. It's taken so long. Actual games start, just gonna make another note. 45 minutes in. This is meant to be like a 45-minute game. Okay. We have to save Jimothy. We have to save him. So that's very important to me. Let me just make sure the puppets all start on the card and not anywhere on the board. Let's just double check. Yes, they all start on the ready space of their card. Great. Well, first things first, I think we change our camera angle. I think we try to focus. Put my dice tray where it's going to be easier to see. I think we try to focus so we can try and lower the horror a little bit. Starling, I'm so glad you're here. All right, 2 dice. 1 success would be great. 2 successes, even better. Starting off strong with 2 adjustable successes. Well, let's start with the short rest and the weak attack. Let's just discard those to convert one of these into a regular success. And then I will spend a time and I will lower the horror by 1. And now I'm going to attempt to walk because I want to try and go get Jimothy. Oh, love. Love will conquer all. It must have been love, 'cause I rolled 2 stars. I'm walking on over to save you from afar. It must have been love, 'cause I'll save your life. 'Cause watching you die will give me all kinds of strife. Jimothy. Okay, so 2 successes means I can move up to 2 spaces, spend a time, but guess what, y'all? He's only 1 away from me. 1, I move up there. Second move, 2 people follow me. Boom, to the exit. Guess what? Suck it, game. I saved Jimothy first turn. Boom, baby. Get out of here, event. Flip you over. You're not part of this game anymore. The dice did what I wanted for once. Okay, so I think I'm going to put my my love of my life, Mr. Jimothy, here where we're lowering 2 horror. Boom, rolling 3 dice as long as it doesn't go up. The horror doesn't go up immediately. Okay, and then I think I will take a search action card with the other one. So this is just going to be in my hand. Great. That was awesome. I'm not cheating, right? I can just save him. There was nothing on this event card that said I couldn't save him. Oh, Ryan, thank you so much for resubscribing. There are angels singing in this circus. You never know what you're going to find at the circus, you know? Okay. So that's going to end my turn. I'm just going to stop there. I have 4 time to spend on cards. I currently have a search, a walk, and a focus. And yes, I almost always immediately discard weak attack and short rest on the first turn to get a success when I need it. Oh, thank you, Real Henry Knox. If you all haven't seen my new YouTube video that went live about an hour before we went live here, go check it out. It is part 1 of my journey to cull my board game collection as I move into this new space because they cannot all fit in here. I thought I was going to make 1 vlog out of it, and I started editing it, and I was like, oh, wow. This is going to need multiple parts. Spoilers, but Zimherger says, I'm about 25 minutes into the video and 1 game has been culled. I started with a difficult room that has a lot of games that are keepers. It's better. You won't find that out until future videos. Okay. What is going to be good? I have a search. I think I'd like to get to the Forest of Horrors to try and pick up that item. So why don't we spend 2 on a sprint, and then 2 on a guard, just in case enemies come into my space. That's all 4 of the time I had. So that's going to be my hand. These cards go back into the market. They're all 0 cost, so they go there. And it is now the killer phase. So on the killer phase, I think probably, you know what? Actually, let me do something. I have a thought. Does that make it easier? No, that did not make it easier to read the text, did it? I have a little bit of a sharpen on these, and I was like, is that actually making it harder to read the text? But I think it is just kind of tricky to read. I think the resolution that the video feed gets streamed at is just I'm gonna lower it though. It's just a little tricky, unfortunately. Hi, Critter. Yeah, getting rid of games is hard. Froggy Broom, yes, I have a comedic culling video I've made. This one's deadly serious. Okay, so, sorry, it's probably hard for you to read this text, but spawn one puppet, and then they're gonna target a victim and move toward them. So, let's double check where the spawning happens. How do they spawn? You place it in Gepetto's space. So this puppet goes into Gepetto's space. Sorry, you probably heard that burp because I have a lav mic on. Also, let me know it's possible my mic pack will, the battery will die. So if I suddenly go muted, let me know. Okay. So then they have a movement of whatever Gepetto's movement is, but they always have a health of 1 and an attack of 1. So Gepetto's movement is currently 1. So they're going to move toward the closest victim to try to attack. Yes, Ancy, you can save people in the clown car. It's funny because this person starts in that exit, but they won't actually run away unless I go there and tell them to go, because victims are not smart. It must have been love. Now this is stuck in my head. So let's see. This victim is 2 spaces away. These victims are 2 spaces away. This victim is 2 spaces away. So the tiebreaker is where are there the most victims. So the puppet's going to go toward this group of 3. Boop. I did say puppet, but I did say I would stop doing the word ban once I was done with the rules explanation. I think I did pretty good during the rules explanation. They won't attack, they're just moving. Okay. Then Gepetto will target either final girl or victim, whoever he's closest to, and attack. He's not moving yet, and there's no one in his space, so nothing happens. Now we will pull a terror card and see what we get. Misty Ambush. All victims at or adjacent to the Forest of Horrors. Good. Panic. For any ones rolled, the victim is killed. If at least one victim is killed, the horror goes up. If no victims were killed, resolve the next terror card. This is not a nice card. This is not a nice card. This is mean. And I think that the people at Van Ryder Games hate us all. You know, that's what I think, and that's how I feel. Geez, okay. So there's 3 because they're adjacent to the Forest of Horrors and these 2 are in the Forest of Horrors. So let's roll for this one. Okay, a 4. He doesn't die. He will run this way because the 3 to 6 means he goes over here. All right, this one. Okay, cool. They're dead. Okay, a 4. They run here. Okay, at least one victim was killed, this one. So the horror goes up, so much for my 3 dice that I was gonna roll next turn. This is still a pretty good place to be though. And the bloodlust is going to go up as well, because anytime a victim dies, the bloodlust for the killer does go up, even if they were not the one directly responsible for it. That could have been significantly worse, and we don't need to pull the next terror card, so honestly, maybe it's a little bit of a blessing in disguise in some ways. Okay. It is back to me. I still want to go to the Forest of Horrors to search. I should try and save people as well, though. You know, if I could get to the clown car, I could save them. Then I'm kind of stuck in that area. Okay, question. Should I go to the Forest of Horrors or should I go to the clown car? I do have a focus in hand. I could try and lower to get 3 dice again. Is it better to search? I think it's better to search first and then focus on saving more people after that. And then if I'm able to unlock my ultimate ability, then do more searching. Oh, Foggy Broom disagrees with me. But that's valid. And Zimherger is thinking I should see how far I can go with the sprint and decide from there. And that is also smart. All right, but first, let us try to focus. Let's see if we can get back to 3 dice. One success. Okay, cool. So that costs us a time, but we do lower the horror by 1, which means we get to roll 3 dice for our sprint. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Add a 3rd die. How far can we go? How far can we go? I rolled 1 success, which means I can move up to 2 spaces. If I convert one of these, I can move up to 3 spaces. So here's the thing. 2 spaces will get me to the Forest of Horrors. So maybe I just go on and do that. Because otherwise I'm spending a bunch of cards. I'm already going to be down to very few cards next hand. I think based on the die roll, I'm going to go to the Forest of Horrors. And try and get the bandolier, the knife bandolier, and then focus on saving people to get my ultimate ability for further searching. That's my plan. Okay. So I can move, it costs me a time. I move up to 2 spaces. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I am going to play my search card. Honestly, I just want 1 success. Okay, and that's all I got. Because if I got 2 successes, I would look at the top 2 items of this deck. And if the one underneath the knife bandolier was a trap card, I would have to resolve it. So it's actually better for me in this case that I'm only looking at the top card, that I know what it is, and I'm not having to risk seeing a trap. So 1 success, it costs me a time to search, but then I get the knife bandolier. Yep. Well, can you see it? Is it focusing on it? So this is a 0 to 1 range. It does 1 additional damage. It takes up 1 hand. When using the knife bandolier, you may divide the damage as you choose between any enemies in range. This does have 4 uses, 4 knives. So I'm going to mark them with my little tokens here so that we know when we've used them up. And then I think that's going to be it for my turn. I'm not saving anyone this turn. You know what these little things remind me of? Seeds inside of like a bell pepper. Is that a weird thought to have? Okay, there we go. Sorry that I'm literally always thinking about food, apparently. Okay, I have 3 time to spend. I'm left with a walk and a guard. And with 3 time left, I am gonna get all these 0 cost cards. Short rest, throw that one around, a weak attack, a focus, and a walk. So that's something. I wonder if it makes sense to do... I kind of want to get another sprint and then maybe a close call. See if I can move myself around the board here and save these two fools right there maybe. We'll see. Oh, I did not panic at the end of the last killer phase because no victims were in the space with a killer or a minion, but I want to call that out, that someone did die, so there should have been a discussion about panic. Okay. That's it. That's me. So now the minions will go. We're going to spawn a puppet here with Gepetto. And then they're going to target victims and move. This one will definitely make it over now to where these 3 people are. And this one is, I guess, going to go there too because they're still targeting the people with the most. Thank you, Rui Falero. Thank you for the follow. Close Call is an underrated card. Now, do you use it, Rolo, for its actual ability? I usually use it to just discard for converting. Okay. And they are still within 2 of Gepetto, so we don't have to worry about their strings being cut. Great. Now Gepetto would attack, but he's not in a space with anyone. So let's flip over our terror card. Yeah, mostly is a cheap converter card. Yes, that's me too. They're coming from everywhere. Roll a die. If the result is less than the horror level, spawn the remaining puppets regardless of status in Gepetto's space. And then they would target me, move, and attack. But my horror level is at a 1. So nothing's going to happen. I cannot move. I did not move 1 puppet twice. I moved 2 puppets once. Oh, wait, you're right. Yes, I did. No. I'm an absolute liar. Zimherger, yes. They don't have a movement of 2. They have a movement of 1. You're right. So I did accidentally move this puppet twice. I moved him further than he should have gone. Their movement right now is only 1. So we should have only gone there. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm sorry that I lied to you when I first read your message. Wow. I rolled a 1. Classic Paula situation. But guess what? My horror level is at a 1. So that's not happening. You always make it harder for yourself. I did increase the horror level when the first victim died, yes. But then I lowered it back down again on my turn. So we had gone up to here, and then on my turn, I lowered it back down. And the bloodlust went up when that victim died as well. Okay. So we don't have to worry about that. Cool. Great. It's my turn again. So let's try and run up and save our last 2 people. No, you're all good, Beans. It is worth checking in and asking me because I will forget things and miss them. Okay. I only picked up like half my deck. I was like, wait, where's all my cards? Because I only picked up half my deck. I was like, this isn't right. Sprint. Let us try to sprint. Give me 2 successes. I want to move 3 spaces. Well, that's 1 success. And another 1. I've been rolling a lot of 1s today. Hi, Grubo. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And then I think I will discard the short rest and the close call to convert this 4 into a success so that I can go 3 spaces. So that, oh, I never reset my time. Sorry. That will cost me time, so I'm at 5. But I can move 3 spaces. I'm going to move 1. Now this victim will come with me. 2. Now both of them will come with me. 3 into the exit, and they both run away. And I would heal 1, but I'm at full health, so I just don't benefit from that. And then I get to move 1 space. That's the bonus of the other spot. And I think I need to just start moving back toward where all these people are. So I'll move 1 this way. And then that unlocks my ultimate ability. I did it, y'all. I'm changing. Those of you who've been watching me for a while, I think I'm growing and changing. Look how quickly I saved enough victims to get my ultimate ability. I almost never get my ultimate ability. Whenever you draw at least one item card, draw an extra card and choose one. You are immune to item trap cards. Suck it, game design. And I will cover health if I save additional people. I haven't taken any damage yet, but yeah, I think we have set a record here today, Acorn Squash. Now, here's something I could do. I could try to walk here and then throw my knife bandolier at this puppet and try and kill him. That's not going to protect these people. But I could try. There is no golf cart. No golf cart. What do we think? Should we just try for it? Do I have a golf cart token? Is that what this is? Aha, this is the golf cart token. But yes, I haven't drawn it as part of the game setup. Let's just try it. I am not currently in a search space. I'm one away. So I'm here and there's a search space right here. So to get to this search space, I would need to go here. So let's just see. Let's try to walk. Let's take some risks. I'm rolling 3 dice. While I have 3 dice, let's just do stuff. Holy moly, that is 2 successes. I can move up to 2 spaces. Now, I don't currently have a search. Oh my gosh, y'all. You know what I could do? 1, 2, try to prep myself to search next time, but I could weak attack. I could use my knife bandolier and my weak attack and try and get a knife into Gepetto to start. Don't worry, the luck will shift, Barroom's games. The luck will shift. All right, so 0 to 1 range. I'm within 1 range. This could possibly do 2 damage. Okay, that's 1 success, which means I would do 2 damage and take a wound myself. And I think that might be okay. I think I'd rather take the wound and hold on to the cards than convert one of those to a 2nd success. So I will take the wound and do 2 damage to Gepetto, and I've thrown 1 knife. So I will take away one of my 4 knives. So 2 damage to Gepetto. Oh boy, I'm doing things so fast. Normally I don't come anywhere near attacking the killer this early. I've tapped into the power of Jimothy. You're right. Oh, Jimothy, thank you for blessing us today. And now this is where everything changes. This is where it all goes awry. I bet. Okay. That's the end of my turn. I have 3 cards left I'm going to hold on to. I have 4 time. Because the weak attack didn't cost me any time. It just hurt me. So I'd like to get a search again. So that'll cost 2 time, which means we have 2 left. I'm wondering should I get another guard? I think these people are, here's the thing is victims are going to start dying, which means like the bloodlust track is going to start, that's going to start to escalate. So with 2 left, would we rather have a 2nd guard or a sprint or a close call? We are also going to get this focus back. I could also discard a card to get 3 in order to get like no, I can't afford a retaliate, but I could get an improvise or a distraction. Like I could discard 1 focus to swap it for a distraction, basically. If I discard, so if this focus is down, I haven't picked it up yet, I have 1 in my hand. If I discard this focus, I get 3 time, which I could use to get the distraction instead. The cheapest large attack is Fury Strike, which costs 4. Retaliate is always really good, and it also costs 4. I'm not sure I'm quite ready for all of that. So, but I think we're going to do this. The search, the focus, the guard, the walk, and the distraction. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, all of these cards will go back to their spots. People are going to start dying now. But let's see what happens. We're going to spawn a puppet here with Jimothy. Excuse me. Here with Gepetto. Yeah, I love the Retaliate card, Rolo. I'm sorry I called him Jimothy. Is that revealing like an underlying attraction to the villain? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And then they're going to target and move. Oh, they're not attacking yet. So this one will now move into this space, and this one will come over here. Okay, but they might attack based on this. Now, Gepetto would attack, but he's not, again, he hasn't moved. He's not in a space with anyone yet. So let's see what the terror card is. I feel like, does anyone else feel like every time I say terror card that it sounds like I'm saying tarot card? Let's see what our future is. They have us completely surrounded. If there are no victims on the board, we would discard. There are victims on the board. So we raise the horror by 1. Goodbye, 3 dice. But we got that distraction, so that's something. Then Gepetto is going to target a victim. No, everyone's going to do this. It's not just Gepetto. The puppets do all of these actions as well, and they do it first. So this could be about to get gnarly. So a victim is targeted, move twice, and attack. So we'll start with the puppets who are in the space with these victims, right? So this one doesn't need to move. They just attack. They do 1 damage, and this victim dies, and the bloodlust goes up. Now this one does the same thing. This victim dies. The bloodlust goes up. The horror goes up. So we're now here on our horror track. Now this puppet is going to move. And these are the 2 that are closest to it. Would it spread out, or would it go where its fellow puppets are? I feel like it would spread out. Because this person's gonna panic anyway. I feel like they're gonna come to things to astonish. They do a move, they attack, this victim dies, the bloodlust goes up, we see the dark power. This is actually quite bad. Oh good, y'all, okay, I put in the epic dark power. I think. Is that what this is? I don't know, but it looks bad. It might not be the epic one. They are now massive abominations, and they will ignore the first damage dealt to them each turn. Okay, now Gepetto will go. Literally, all the victims are now dying. You're right, the epics have a border of blood, right? Yeah. So it's not one of the epic ones. Okay. Cool. So Gepetto now goes. He will move twice. His movement is currently 2 for each one. And he's targeting victims, and everyone is 2 spaces away. So he's going to go to the animal cages where there's more victims. So he's going to go 1, 2, he's going to get there, and then he's going to attack, and that will kill another victim, which will up the bloodlust 1 more time. In 1 killer phase. Cool, now we panic. Both of these people are going to panic. Let's start with this one. Okay, a 3, which means they're going to run here, and then this one. A 4, which means they're going to run here. Cool. Good. That was a little bit gnarly. Okay. Great. We should search, and then we should try and save the clown car victim, I guess. And then maybe we should try and do more damage to our bad guys. But we should do our distraction. Let's try and do our distraction, see if we can lower our horror again. This is going to be tough because we're only rolling with 2 dice. It's going to be hard to get 2 successes. Oops, I keep forgetting to reset my... Okay, 1 success, which means the horror goes down by 1.
Hello, my name is 11, just redeemed VIP.
Hello, my name is 11 over on Twitch. Has been in the chat enough to get enough points to be a VIP status. Do not let me forget. I will do that at the end of the stream. Hello, my name is 11. So we gain a time and the horror went down by 1. Okay. We're going to try to walk down to the clown car. Still only rolling 2 dice. Yeah, I could not be happier to hit VIP during a Final Girl stream. Says, hello, my name is 11. Hey, New, how are you? Okay, 1 success. That's all we needed. It's going to cost us a time. We're going to move 1 space. And then the clown car, I'm going to say, did you know you can actually exit through the bottom of the clown car? That's how they fit so many clowns into it. There's a trap door. Go. So they are saved, which means I get to recover health for every additional victim saved. So I'm actually going to heal 1. I'm back to full health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to try and search here. Okay, 1 success. This is not horrible so far. So I spend a time. I take the top item card at my space. Whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra card and choose 1, says Asami. So we're in the clown. Oh, guys. Can we pretend like I did this part first? I wasn't thinking, and I should have rolled the search before I moved. So I should have done this first and then moved to the clown car. I just was backwards in my head. So can we say that before I moved I did this in the House of Mirrors? And then I will end my turn in the clown car. Sorry everyone, I just did it in the wrong order. Let's see what our additional card is. Oh, it was a trap. Well, I'm immune to them, so get out of here. It was a steel bear trap. You would lose health. You must spend 2 times to remove the trap from your leg and cannot move again until you do. Blech. But I'm immune to them because I'm Asami and I'm smart and badass. Okay, but I get the super lucky dice. Luck be my lady tonight. Okay, I'm ending the clown card. Use this to re-roll any or all of the dice. All right. That's cheating, but I'll look the other way. It's just a little retcon. It's not really cheating. It's just a little retcon. Okay. I think that's the end of my turn. I think these other victims are maybe in for it, but you know, we'll find out. So I have 5 left to spend, and I think I might use 4 to pick up this retaliate. I don't have a lot of... I am going to get a short rest, a walk, a weak attack, and a focus. Means I have 1 left. I should just get the close call. That's what I'm doing. Okay. All of this now goes back into the market. And it is the killer phase. Killer! Man, I now have to do 2 points of damage to each puppet to take them out. Bummer. Do I have to kill all the puppets to win? I think I still just have to kill Gepetto. I think if you kill him, his puppets go away. That makes sense. They can't be, because he's the one animating them. If he's dead, no one's animating them. Okay. Oh no, hello, my name is 11. Wife catches me with X. It's not cheating, it's just a little retcon. Hello, over on Twitch, we got a nice raid in from Penelope Gaming. Bonjour. Oh wait, I just learned how to say how are you in French, and I immediately forgot. We just did that yesterday. Someone remind me in the Twitch chat. Baguette, bonjour. Is it ka or sa? Ça. Ça va bien. Et toi? Oh, ça va? Ça va? Ça va. Did any of that sound like how a person would actually say it? Bonjour, ça va? Ah, merci. Welcome in. If you don't know me, my name is Paula. I'm stream board games and video games, and right now I am streaming the board game. It is a Final Girl Friday. We are streaming Final Girl, the horror-themed solo game from Ryder Games, who are sponsoring this stream. We are live on both Twitch and YouTube right now, and so far things are not going horribly. But it's not a total walk in the park either. And it is about to be the killer phase, so we're going to see if more bad things happen. Now, no puppets are going to be spawned because they're all out on the board, but they will target and move. So they are all within 2 spaces. Yes, okay, no one needs to move toward Gepetto because they are within 2 spaces of Gepetto. So they're all actually going to move 1 space here with this poor little victim who's about to get absolutely massacred. And that's sad. That's sad. Oh, sometimes with the dark power, you have to kill the puppets. Interesting. Ça va bien at 2 is more, I'm good. And how are you? I guess that's like a response, probably. Says, how are you? It says, I'm good. How, like, bien gracias, y tú? Is what I learned in Spanish class. Okay. We're just repeating literally a conversation we had on yesterday's stream. Great. Puppets did their thing. Now, Gepetto would attack, but again, he's not in a space with anyone, so let's see what the terror card brings us. Endless, maddening laughter. Laughter rings out in each space adjacent to you. All victims in those spaces panic. In each space adjacent to me, joke's on you, nobody's adjacent to me. Victims in a space with an enemy are killed. Joke's on me, this victim dies. The bloodlust goes up, we're gonna get an event card. Let me finish dealing with this and then we'll flip this event card. If you are in a space with or adjacent to Gepetto, I would lose health. He would basically attack. No, that's not true. If no victims were killed and you did not take any damage, resolve the next terror card. Well, a victim was killed, so we don't need to resolve the next terror card. And we will flip this event. It's not real. These special effects are crazy. That actually looked like a corpse. Okay, we need this skeleton token. Place 4 new victims at the House of Mirrors. Oh my gosh. Place the skull token at the Forest of Horrors. Any victims at or moving into the Forest of Horrors are killed immediately. Cool. That's fine. I mean, honestly, it's fine, you know? Good. All right, we got to go kill Gepetto. So let's start moving. Let's start doing some stuff. Let's start getting ourselves over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't have a sprint. I do have a walk. So let's try and walk and see how far we can get. We're rolling. Oh, wait. Should we focus first? Let's actually try and focus first and see if we can get back to having 3 dice. Let's just see what happens. Oh! I know that calling it out is going to jinx it, but I have been rolling really well this game. Is this how it is for everyone else? Is this how it is when everyone else plays the game? They actually roll successes sometimes? No. How I normally play is how it normally goes for everyone. Great. Yes, my knife has range, so as long as I'm 1 space away, I can throw the knife at Gepetto, which is very good. Okay, so this is 2. So I lose a horror and I gain 2 time. I'm not afraid of you. You think you can get in my head with your creepy laugh? Nuh-uh, son. Let's walk. 3rd dice. Oh, there it is. There it is. I would really like to go 2 spaces. Do I have a close call? You know what? Should we just play the close call and re-roll? Or I could use my super lucky dice. Should I try it? I know, Grath, you're not wrong. Says, am I in the right stream? I wanted to watch Paula. This imposter keeps rolling successes. I've been body snatched. The thing is, if I use the super lucky dice, I might lose them. Because you roll, and then a 1 to a 4, they go away. And I'm likely to roll a 1 to a 4. I kind of feel like I should save this for an attack roll. I'm going to re-roll all my dice for 2 time with my close call. Oh, yes, yes. I love being lucky. It's so much better. 2 successes, which means I spend a time and I move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. For fun, these 2 victims will follow me, but maybe they shouldn't. Okay, and now I'm going to weak attack with my knife from here. All right, so 3 dice. Okay, ooh, that's 1 success with 2 1s, so I can't convert them. Well, that's okay, because that's going to do 1 and a 2nd damage. I discard another knife. I will take damage. That's okay. But I'm going to do 2 damage to Gepetto. So he's down to 4 health. Victims, I think, can be... You know what? Actually, that's such a good question. Do victims have to follow you? Follow me, people. I'm lucky today. Yes, famous last words. I feel like you don't have to bring them with you, but I've been wrong about things before. You may take up to 2 victims with you, but they will not follow you into the space with the killer. Honestly, I don't think they should come with me. I think they should stay back in the House of Horrors. I think this is something I get wrong a lot. The Retaliate card you can only play when you're being attacked, right? The defense cards cannot be played to help the victims. I think a lot of times I try and play them to help the victims, and then I remember that you're not supposed to do that. Yes, you cannot use reaction cards to protect victims, only yourself. So I'm actually going to make these 2 people stay behind because I want to be able to deal with them. If they're with me, they're going to soak up a bunch of the damage, I think. Oh, that's smart, Chronicles of Rage. All right. Nice quote, Critter Nation. Okay, so where are we at? What are we at? What are we doing here? I did my attack. I think that's it. I think we stop now. I have 5 time, and I'm going to discard a card and get a critical blow. That's what I'm going to do. Because a critical blow, I could get a Furious Strike instead and hold on to all my cards. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 4 on the Furious Strike and 1 on a close call. Rather than discarding one to get the critical blow, I think I'm going to, because I really like all the cards I have in my hand, I think I'm not going to do that. Oh, I get this walk. Okay. All right, that's the choice I made. Okay. Killer phase. The puppets will not spawn because they're all on the board. They will target and move, so they actually are all going to end up in the space with me. Well, they might, you know what? They might spread out. I actually think it makes more sense. Again, this one would come here with me. No, yeah, and then I think these two would, I think it makes sense that they would spread out where there are more victims. I think that's what they would do. And this is still 1, 2 spaces away from Gepetto, so I think they would go there. I think thematically that's what makes sense. Then Gepetto would attack, but he's currently in a space alone. It is always the closest victim, and then tiebreakers are number of victims. So technically this is the closest victim, but I just think thematically they would spread out. I don't know. That's what I think. I mean, you all tell me if you think that's wrong, but you think all 3 would come to me. Okay. I mean, I think by the rules, yeah, I mean, it just feels like overkill, like I'm actually making it easier on myself, but I guess they would be doing damage to me, so I'm not making it easier on myself. Because if this victim dies, then they'll attack me. So maybe this does make sense. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Great. We're going to flip a tarot card. Make or break. Roll a die. You must lose health equal to half the result rounded up or kill that many victims instead. I would have to lose 3 health or kill 3 victims. Being lucky sucks sometimes. Well, here's my thought, and maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, I could just take the 3 damage and have an extra die. I could also use my lucky die to re-roll, but let's live dangerously. I'll take all damage. Now I get to roll an extra die because I'm down to 1 health. That's crazy. Okay. Panic phase. Did anyone die this turn? I don't think I've been panicking. Or has everyone died in the space? With this person, I don't think they died. So no panic. Let's get dangerous. Final girl. Okay. Well, everyone. I only need to do 4 damage. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna try to walk. Oh, do I even have to do that? Hold on. Can I use my Furious Strike with my Knife Bandolier from this range? Yes, so Gepetto would target and attack, but he was not in a space with anyone. We pulled a terror card that did not have us move him. So he stayed and did nothing. What he did was basically cause the situation thematically that made us roll the die and lose 3 health. So he like psychically attacked us basically. No, nothing to be sorry about. Nothing to be sorry about. This is all about talking about the game, understanding how it works, and making sure that I'm not making mistakes, because I do make mistakes. You know, I'm just a normal, fallible board gamer. You can't get everything right all the time. So no, that's a great question. Weapons add damage plus sometimes range. Okay, so I think I can. I don't have to move into the space with him. Though I will take damage from, I mean, they'll kill the victim first. Let me see what happens. I'm going to try and attack him from here with my Furious Strike. So if this goes well, if this goes really well, I can do 3 damage. Which won't be quite enough to kill him, but let's see what happens. Okay, we're going to throw a knife at him. I'm rolling 4 dice because I'm at 3, plus I have a bonus for being at 1 health. So I'm rolling 4 dice, hoping to get 2 successes. Oh yeah, I did it. 2 successes right there, which means the horror goes down by 1. We do 1, 2, 3 damage to him. We spin a knife. He's down to 1 health. Y'all, could we win this? Could we win this? I just need to kill him now. I need to do 1 more damage and then he not have any extra health. And I get 5 dice. Yeah, because I'm rolling, because now I get another bonus for getting him down to 1. I don't have any more attacks though. I don't have any more attacks. My weak attack was from I used last time. So I have to wait for a retaliate. I might move into his space. So that I can play the retaliate against him. So let's walk into his space. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to do this with 5 dice. But you never know. Look, you never know. That's a lot of 4s. All right, 1 success. I lose a time and I move up to 1 space. I move into the space with him. You say Gepetto, I say Gepet. No. Okay. Like, why heal? We either I either take him out or he takes me out. And that's the way it was meant to be. That's what I say. This is, I know, Barroom's game says saving victims, searching, rolling good, attacking the killer fast. Who are you? I've entered a new era, I think. A new Final Go era. Yes, I have 5 time. So I can get another guard for 2. I have 3 more. And let's see. Hair on me. I think maybe I spend that 3 on an improvise. And then I pick up. Let me make sure how many cards I have. You can only have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. Okay. We've got this. We can do this as long as he doesn't have extra health on his token. All right. So the puppets aren't going to move on the killer turn because they're already in a space with a victim. Now Gepetto will attack me because he targets either the final girl or a victim, whoever he's closest to, and then he will do an attack. Now currently he is doing 2 damage on an attack. So what I need to do is play a retaliate. Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone. And try to block him from killing me while killing him. I am rolling, again, 5 dice. The puppets, basically, they need to stay within 2 spaces of Gepetto. they basically need to end their turn within 2 spaces. And if they end up in a situation where at the end of the turn they are more than 2 spaces away, they have to spend their next turn moving toward Gepetto. I don't think I can, if I fail the retaliate, I don't think I can play a guard until the next attack. I actually don't know. Let's see. These cards can only be played in reaction to an attack. You can play the card and make a horror roll when you are attacked. Each reaction card can only defend against a single attack, but you may use multiple reaction cards one at a time against the same attack if you wish. So yes, you can then go, oh, that didn't work, I'll play my guard. You absolutely can. Yeah, I had someone come and cleanse the new space for my dice curse. All right, 5 dice. Playing a retaliate. And I have my super lucky die so I can re-roll. I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to re-roll. I just rolled 3 successes, which means I ignore all damage from the attack and I deal 2 more back to him. I'm going to not use my knife because that's overkill anyway, just in case he has health left. So I do 2 damage to him. This will immediately end his killer phase. And let's flip this over because if this is blank, we've killed him and we've won. If this has health, he pops back up and we have to keep going. And I'm actually really nervous. I cannot believe it. He had no health. This is incredible. This is the best a Final Girl game has ever gone for me. We're 15 minutes before the stream's supposed to end. We played this in an hour. This was like the amount of time the game is supposed to take. Also, my table, did my camera and my table, like, did things shift? I feel like it's gone a bit wonky. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's at the end of the stream, so, like, why would adjusting it now make any sense? Holy moly. Oh, Scooby fan, I hope so too. You really loved it? Great. Oh, that's really good to know. I'll definitely try to find it then. Yeah, I wasn't playing with the tier dice today, and I don't think I would have earned any tiers anyway. There was nothing that I just failed at. Not a single thing. Everything either was at least 1 success or I could convert. I have never rolled so many consistent successes before in this game. I just was on fire today. This was so lucky. It went so well. And because I got Asami's ability, I was able to ignore the bear trap we pulled. Let's see where the other traps were, because you shuffle them in randomly underneath the top card. This is cool, found footage tape. Oh, so the trap in here was 2 down. What about in the mysterious pill and the things to astonish? Oh, it was 2nd. So that would have gotten us. That's it. I'm never playing Final Girl again because it'll never be this good. It'll never be this good again. Yeah, even using the close call to reroll worked, and I never even needed to use my super lucky dice. I'm pumped, y'all. What a great way to go into next week being Gen Con. Is like, I'm ready. Okay, so while we're here, I want to know from both people on YouTube and on Twitch, this coming week, if you're watching this live, I'm just going to do some cleaning up while we're chatting. I am going to be at Gen Con, and I have a Final Girl event happening at Gen Con. If you're going to be at Gen Con, I would love to see you there. I'm certain there are still tickets left. The event is called Crowd Control. So if you want to type in Crowd Control Paula Deming into the Gen Con events, you'll find it. I know I'm just going to continue chasing this high. The way it's going to work, so it's Friday night from 9 to 11 p.m. So it's like a late night game. A second game in 15 minutes? Yeah, I don't think so. It's a late night game, and basically I'm going to be playing one of the new feature films at Gen Con, and the audience is going to be voting to basically crowd control. They're going to vote on what I should do in the game. What are some things, either if you're going to be there or if you wish you could be there, what are some things you think I should have people vote on? I want it to be as interactive as possible. I'm thinking for sure of having some people come up and roll for me. I think that would be really fun. Oh, you can sleep on the plane. Hello, my name is 11, unless you're driving, in which case that's a little different. Yeah, I definitely think card purchases, Rolo, like, at times I'm like, oh, should I get this card or should I get this card? And letting people decide on that for sure. Probably every time, letting people vote. I'm thinking also like letting people vote on, do I go here to search? Do I go here to save a victim? Where do I move? What should I focus on? Are you going to be there, Mama Cass? That's so cool. Yeah, what other things other than that? Other than, like, is there anything else that you think would be fun that I wouldn't think of for the audience to, like, vote on? Vote on search items. Oh, which one of these search locations should I try and go to get an item? Mm-hmm. Ooh, even which final girl, that's a good point. I think I might be playing with my promo card. That's very possible that I'm playing as me. But if not, unfortunately, the audience won't be able to vote on which killer because Van Ryder Games is picking. I'm doing one of their new feature films, so it's one of the new ones. So that's already set in stone, but voting on who to save, whether or not to use a close call, whether or not to convert, like, I might just be like, y'all, we're going to vote on literally everything. But I do think it's fun. Do you think it's fun to have people come up and roll the dice for me? Victim names. Victim names are really funny. We definitely should name everyone. Oh yeah, if there are any special ability cards to include. Okay, yeah, these are great. These are great ideas. If you are going to be there, if you end up being there, please make sure you come and say hi to me after or before if we have a chance. I don't know exactly how it's all going to work out. And let me know as well, like, what your online, like what you go by on YouTube or Twitch, so that I can, like, I know, because obviously I don't know most of your real names, but I know your Twitch names or your YouTube usernames. And so just like letting me know like who you are in that context is super helpful for me. And then it helps me know when I see you again in chat, I'm like, we met, which is very cool. Hello, my name is 11. Yeah, we'll see, Tan. In terms of like who I'm playing as in the scenario, I think that's kind of all up to what Van Ryder Games wants. So they'll either want me to show off one of the girls that comes with the game, or they'll want me to play with my promo. I don't know, and that part I think will be kind of up to them. Ooh, I had extra health. But yeah, we'll find out. Some of this I won't find out until I'm there for the event, and then I'm like, oh, it's gonna work like this. But that makes it exciting. Yeah, okay. All right, everyone. Well, this was super fun. Where are we at? Well, I'll talk with the Twitch chat here momentarily. Let me wrap things up here. And then we'll do our typical say goodbye to the YouTube, and then we'll pop back over to Twitch for some final wrap-up things. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for putting up with some audio microphone testing shenanigans. I'm curious to listen back to this later and see how it sounds and see how it feels like it worked. And oh, vote on the setup card to use. That's fun too. That's really fun, actually. Goodbye to YouTube and me when I rewatch in the future. That's right, Bombblade. Oh yeah, they can vote on where to put the victim on my card. What ability I get, what buff I get. That's smart too. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are watching this live, thank you so much. And if you are watching this after the fact here on YouTube and you would like to catch it live, I stream once a month. Try to do them on Fridays. Here on YouTube, I also stream multiple times a week, all the time over at twitch.tv/Paula Deming. We'd love to see you there. I stream board games and video games weekly over there. If you enjoy playthroughs and comedy videos, then go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel because that's what I do here. A lot of playthroughs, a lot of comedy videos, the occasional top 10. And right now I have just launched a little casual vlog series where I am going through my entire collection of over 400 board games and deciding which ones I should keep and which ones I should get rid of. So if that sounds interesting to you, that is on my YouTube channel right now, the part 1. Check it out, and I hope you'll stick around for the part 2 and possibly a part 3. We'll see how it goes as I start editing the next part of it. I'd like to keep it to 2 parts, but I don't know how long it's going to be. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much, everyone. Really appreciate you. We'll see you next time. If you are going to be at Gen Con, say hi to me. I would love to see you. I would really love you. You're really not interrupting me unless I'm like in the bathroom peeing or like in the middle of shoveling food into my mouth. I'd love it if you say hi to me. All right, everyone. No, it's more than 400. Hello, my name is 11. I realized in the process of making the video, but I don't want to tell you exactly how many because I think I say that eventually in the video. But it's a lot. It's a lot of games. Thank you so much for that. Resubscribe, Liesel. Tier 3, you're so wonderful. Thank you. All right, everyone. Twitch, I'll see you in a moment, and YouTube. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.